Stand still and listen. I feel the weight of this declaration pressing on my heart today. 13 December 2025 is not going to be a normal day. It will not be an ordinary day. It will not be a day that passes quietly unnoticed like the rest of the days in your calendar. God is speaking, and his words carry power, authority, and a divine shift that will alter your path forever. I want you to hear me clearly. This is a day that has been set aside, a day when the heavens align, when the unseen forces in your life are repositioned, and when opportunities that have been long delayed will suddenly find their way to your doorstep. Do not treat it as ordinary. Do not walk through it with your usual routine. For God is saying that this day, yes, 13 December 2025, will carry the momentum of transformation. You may not see it coming. You may not anticipate the exact moments when your life will pivot. But trust me, the divine is at work in ways you cannot comprehend. Doors that were locked will open. Blessings that were delayed will arrive. Chains that have bound you will break. This is not mere inspiration. This is a mandate from heaven, a strategic moment to step boldly into your destiny. That I declare over you today. Receive with readiness. Align your mind, your heart, and your spirit with expectation. Speak life into your circumstances. Speak health where there has been sickness. Speak favor where there has been rejection. This is your season to rise, your moment to shine, your day to experience what many only dream about. Be vigilant, be aware. Watch for the divine appointments that will show up in your life. People you've prayed for will connect with you. Opportunities you've been waiting for will manifest. Breakthroughs that seemed impossible will now become inevitable. But you must recognize it. You must embrace it. You cannot walk past it blindly. This is a day to claim your authority. This is a day to declare your destiny. This is a day to speak to your future with boldness and faith, because the words you release today will echo for years to come. Refuse fear, reject doubt, refuse to live in hesitation. Move forward with courage, knowing that what God has planned for you is good, exceeding anything you can imagine. To rise up, prepare yourself. Dress your heart in expectation. Open your eyes to see miracles. Open your mind to receive revelation. Open your life to the abundant favor that God is releasing. Because 13 December 2025 is not a normal day. It is a divine appointment. And if you walk in awareness, it will be a day you will remember forever. Stand tall. Speak boldly. Step into your purpose. Today is the day that marks a turning point in your life. Today is the day your destiny begins to unfold. Today is the day God himself is orchestrating events to work in your favor. Walk in it, believe it, and declare it. Listen closely, for this is not ordinary news. This is not something to read and set aside. The day, 13 December 2025, carries a weight, a significance, and a divine orchestration that transcends human understanding. It is a day that will be remembered, a day when the heavens declare a shift, a day when the unseen realm moves in alignment with your destiny. God himself is signaling that this date will not pass like any other. It will not be marked by routine, by monotony, or by the usual rhythm of life. It is a day set apart, a divine appointment with your purpose, your breakthrough, and your promotion. You must understand that when God declares a day significant, it is not for entertainment, it is not for casual observation, it is a day of transformation. The events of this day are designed to pivot your life in a direction that you have longed for, yet could not engineer on your own. The delay you have endured, the obstacles that seemed insurmountable, and the doors that refused to open are now being realigned. The forces that have resisted your progress are being dismantled. This is the day when the spiritual and the natural converge, and the alignment of your life with divine favor becomes undeniable. It is important to grasp the weight of this truth. Too often we pass through life unaware, treating days as ordinary, as if every day is the same. But God does not operate in ordinariness. There are days that carry a supernatural momentum, days that are infused with heaven's power, days when prayers answered in the past months or years suddenly manifest, and when seeds planted long ago bear fruit in ways you never imagined. 13 December 2025 is precisely such a day. There are divine shifts occurring behind the scenes, unseen movements that are orchestrating circumstances, people, and resources to converge in your favor. You may not yet perceive the magnitude of what is happening, but the heavens are already active. Angels are dispatched. Favor is released. Opportunities are aligned. Breakthroughs that seemed impossible are now within reach. You must prepare to see with spiritual eyes, to sense with spiritual awareness, and to respond with faith that transcends doubt. This is a day when chains are broken, when obstacles that have hindered your progress crumble, and when long-awaited promotions or advancements suddenly materialize. The timing is precise, perfect, and unstoppable. No human power, no circumstance, no limitation can resist what God has declared for this day. It is a day that will redefine your life, your family, your career, your finances, and even your spiritual walk. The impact will not only be immediate, but will echo for years to come. What happens on this day will serve as a turning point, a moment from which your life trajectory will never be the same again. The doors that open on this day are not ordinary doors. They are doors of destiny, doors that have been prepared specifically for you by God Himself. When you walk through them, you enter into favor, provision, and alignment that exceeds human comprehension. You must also understand that this day carries an element of divine surprise. You may not anticipate the exact moments when life-altering opportunities present themselves. People you have prayed for may appear unexpectedly. Solutions to long-standing problems may come in ways that defy logic. Finances, relationships, and health situations may experience sudden turnaround. This is the power of a day ordained by God. The natural cannot predict it. The human mind cannot plan for it. Only those who are spiritually aware, spiritually aligned, and spiritually expectant will fully experience the magnitude of what is being released. This is why preparation is critical. Approach this day with a heart attuned to divine guidance, with eyes that can recognize supernatural opportunities, and with a spirit ready to receive blessings that are far beyond ordinary imagination. Understand, too, that the significance of this day is not only personal, it is generational. The shifts that occur on 13 December 2025 will affect your family, your community, and even the spheres of influence around you. Your obedience, your faith, and your readiness on this day will create ripples that extend far beyond your own life. God is releasing strategies, favor, and wisdom that will equip you to influence, inspire, and impact others in ways you have never been able to before. It is a day to rise into purpose, to activate destiny, and to embrace authority that has been placed within you. The heavens are moving to give you the tools, resources, and connections you need to fulfill your calling. Many of you have been waiting for a breakthrough. Many of you have been praying for a turn of events that would propel you into your divine assignment. Many of you have felt stagnant, frustrated, or overlooked. This day is the answer to those prayers, but it is more than just an answer. It is a declaration. It is a statement from God that He is taking control of your life in ways that you cannot orchestrate. He is orchestrating encounters, opening doors, and creating pathways that defy human logic. The significance of this day is not measured by the ordinary, but by the extraordinary. The ordinary is expected. The extraordinary is supernatural. And 13 December 2025 is saturated with supernatural potential. It is a day to expect divine appointments. People who can propel you into your next level will cross your path. Opportunities that have been delayed will suddenly appear. Ideas that have been dormant will now be activated. Miracles that have been longed for will manifest. Doors that were closed will be open. This is a day of acceleration, a day of manifestation, a day when the favor of God moves in ways that are unmistakable and undeniable. You must approach it with awareness, readiness, and expectation. This is a day to stand in the fullness of faith, to believe for the impossible, and to act with boldness when opportunities present themselves. Do not underestimate this day. Do not treat it as ordinary. Do not allow distractions, fear, or doubt to steal what is being released. The significance of 13 December 2025 demands your attention, your preparation, and your spiritual alertness. Walk in confidence. Speak with authority and expect supernatural movement. The events of this day have been decreed in the heavens, and your alignment with God's purpose will determine the level of breakthrough, favor, and shift that you experience. This day will not come again in the same way. It is unique, it is strategic, and it is divine. Rise up with expectation. Step into this day knowing that the heavens are moving, that the angels are active, and that the favor of God is aligning to meet your needs, your purpose, and your destiny. Receive it with joy, gratitude, and faith, for 13 December 2025 is not normal. It is extraordinary, it is pivotal, and it is your appointed day to experience divine shift like never before. Preparation is the key that unlocks the power of divine moments. The significance of 13 December 2025 will not manifest fully for those who walk into it unprepared. God is calling you to rise above complacency, to awaken your spirit, and to align every part of your life with His divine purpose. Alignment is not merely about showing up. It is about positioning yourself so that you can recognize and receive the favor, the breakthroughs, and the opportunities that have been strategically set before you. Spiritual readiness is essential, for the unseen realm is already active, orchestrating circumstances, people, and resources to converge in your favor. The shift that is coming will require your awareness, your faith, and your obedience. Those who are unprepared will miss the moment, while those who have positioned themselves will step into a season of acceleration, elevation, and manifestation. To prepare for this day is to prepare your heart. Your heart must be free from doubt, fear, and hesitation. It must be cultivated with faith, expectation, and trust in God's promises. The mind may question, the circumstances may seem contradictory, but your heart must remain steadfast, anchored in the truth that God is orchestrating events for your highest good. Prepare your heart with prayer, with gratitude, and with declarations of victory. Speak words of life over your circumstances, over your finances, over your relationships, and over your destiny. Prepare to receive. For God does not move in isolation. He moves in harmony with those who are aligned to His purpose. Preparation also requires focus. Your attention must be undistracted by the noise of the world, by the pressures of life, and by the distractions that pull you away from divine alignment. This is a day to rise above complacency, to refuse to be passive, and to actively position yourself for divine encounters. Align your thoughts with God's vision, your actions with His guidance, and your spirit with His timing. The alignment of your life is a spiritual act as much as it is practical. When your mind, your heart, and your actions are aligned with God's plan, you become a magnet for favor, breakthrough, and opportunity. Preparation involves not only your spiritual alignment, but also the alignment of your environment. Clear away clutter, remove distractions, and organize your life in a way that allows divine movement. Relationships that are toxic or draining must be set aside. Habits that hinder your progress must be addressed. Opportunities that align with your purpose must be prioritized. This is a time for intentionality, a time for focus, and a time for clarity. Every decision, every action, and every choice matters because the spiritual significance of this day is reflected in the natural realm. God is moving, and he moves in alignment with those who are ready, those who are aware, and those who are prepared. Spiritual preparation also means cultivating a posture of expectation. Expect divine encounters. Expect doors to open that have long been closed. Expect solutions to problems that have seemed insurmountable. Expect alignment with people who will accelerate your purpose. Expect breakthroughs that will bring freedom, provision, and restoration. When you enter this day with expectation, you position yourself to receive blessings that are beyond human comprehension. Expectation is not wishful thinking. It is an act of faith that positions you to recognize, embrace, and act upon the opportunities God sends. Alignment is also about obedience. Every instruction, every prompting, and every nudge from the Spirit is significant. Do not ignore the small directions, for they are part of a divine strategy that leads to the greater manifestation of God's purpose. Obedience unlocks favor. Obedience activates doors. Obedience aligns you with the supernatural flow that is being released on this day. The prepared heart is obedient, the aligned spirit responds, and the focused mind recognizes opportunities that others overlook. This is the principle that separates those who experience breakthrough from those who remain stagnant. Preparation requires vigilance. Pay attention to the signs, the opportunities, and the people that God is sending your way. Spiritual discernment is critical because not every opening or encounter is what it seems. Some opportunities are tests. Others are distractions, but the Spirit will guide you into the paths that lead to alignment, promotion, and breakthrough. Stay alert, stay prayerful, and stay connected to the divine flow. Those who are vigilant will step into their divine appointments fully, while those who are distracted or unaware may miss what has been prepared specifically for them. Another essential element of preparation is gratitude. Gratitude aligns your spirit with God's goodness and opens your heart to receive more. When you recognize and give thanks for the blessings you have already received, you create a fertile ground for new blessings to manifest. The principle of alignment works in tandem with gratitude. The more you acknowledge God's hand in your life, the more he is able to release favor, opportunities, and breakthroughs into your circumstances. Gratitude is not passive. It is an active force that positions you for divine increase. Preparation also involves intentional speaking. Your words are powerful instruments that either align or misalign you with God's plan. Speak life, speak faith, speak expectation, and declare victory over every area of your life. The alignment of your words with your faith is critical because words have the power to shift circumstances, attract favor, and open doors. On 13 December 2025, the words you release will carry more weight than usual. Speak boldly, confidently, and with authority, for they are instruments of alignment, activating the divine favor that is waiting for you. Finally, preparation is about surrender. Surrendering your plans, your timing, and your understanding to the higher wisdom of God allows you to move in harmony with his purpose. When you release control and trust in divine orchestration, you align yourself with the supernatural flow that is beyond human comprehension. Surrender opens the door for miracles, provision, and transformation. It is the ultimate act of readiness because it demonstrates trust, faith, and alignment with the one who holds your destiny. 13 December 2025 is a day that demands preparation and alignment. It is a day that requires spiritual readiness, focus, obedience, vigilance, gratitude, intentional speech, and surrender. Those who embrace these principles will step into a divine moment, a supernatural shift, and a life-changing season. Those who fail to prepare may witness others experiencing what was meant for them, Do not miss this day. Prepare, align, and position yourself to fully receive the extraordinary blessings, favor, and breakthrough that God is releasing. Authority is not something you wish for or hope to receive. It is a divine inheritance placed within you. And 13 years to May 2025 is a day to step fully into it. God has given you authority over every area of your life, the circumstances that oppose you, the challenges that frustrate you, the situations that seem insurmountable. This is your moment to walk boldly, to stand firm, and to speak with confidence the words that will shape your reality. The authority that God has placed within you is powerful, unstoppable, and capable of transforming not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. It is time to recognize that the power to shift your destiny does not come from others, it does not come from luck, and it does not come from circumstance. It comes from God, and it has been given to you to release and exercise in alignment with His purpose. Declaration is the vehicle through which your authority is activated. Your words are not merely sounds, they are powerful instruments of change. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and today this principle comes alive in a supernatural way. On 13 December 2025, every word you speak in faith, every declaration of victory, every statement of purpose will carry weight. It will move heaven and earth, align circumstances, and open doors that have long been closed. You must understand that declaration is not passive. It is active, intentional, and strategic. When you declare your authority, you are claiming what God has already ordained, and you are positioning yourself to walk in the fullness of your destiny. The exercise of authority requires courage. It requires you to stand in the face of fear, doubt, and opposition. Authority is not silent. It speaks boldly, it moves decisively, and it commands attention. When you recognize the authority given to you by God, you understand that no obstacle is too great, no challenge is too strong, and no enemy is too powerful. You are seated in a place of victory, empowered to overcome, equipped to prosper, and enabled to influence. On this day, your courage must match your calling, and your declaration must match your destiny. Speak boldly, for your words carry power that can release divine favor, open doors, and bring about transformation. As I think of different divine authority, also requires clarity of purpose. You cannot exercise what you do not understand. Know who you are in God. Understand the promises He has spoken over your life, and recognize the assignments that have been placed before you. When your authority is aligned with purpose, your declarations become unstoppable. They are not random. They are intentional, precise, and effective. On 13 December 2025, clarity of purpose will be critical, because the decisions you make and the words you speak will have a lasting impact. Your authority, when combined with clear purpose, becomes a force that propels you into the manifestation of your destiny. The power of declaration also requires faith. You cannot speak and expect results if you do not believe in what you are declaring. Faith is the engine that drives your words into action. It is the confidence that what God has promised will come to pass. When you declare with faith, you are activating the supernatural. You are moving beyond the natural limitations, the doubts, and the uncertainties, and stepping into the reality that God has already prepared. On this day, your faithful declarations will trigger divine interventions, align resources, and create opportunities that were previously unseen. Your faith gives life to your words, and your words give power to your faith. Authority and declaration are also connected to responsibility. What you release into the atmosphere has consequences. When you declare life, favor, victory, and breakthrough, you are activating what has already been placed in the spiritual realm for your benefit. When you declare negativity, doubt, or fear, you hinder your own progress. On 13 December 2025, every word, every statement, and every declaration matters. It is a day to exercise authority responsibly, with discernment, and with a heart aligned to God's will. Your authority is a tool, a weapon, and a key. It is not to be wasted, but to be used strategically to bring about the purposes of heaven on earth. Declaration also demands consistency. Authority is not exercised in a moment of convenience. It is activated through repeated, intentional statements of faith and purpose. On this day, consistency in your declarations will amplify the power of what God is doing. Speak victory over your finances. Speak breakthrough over your relationships. Speak health over your body. And speak favor over your career and calling. Each declaration compounds the power released into your life. The heavens respond to repeated, intentional, and aligned statements. The spiritual realm is moved by the authority of a focused, disciplined, and intentional voice. Another element of authority is expectation. When you declare, expect to see results. Expect the supernatural to manifest. Expect the doors that have been closed to open. Expect the strategies, solutions, and blessings that God has prepared to appear in your life. Declaration without expectation is incomplete, for the power of your words is magnified when coupled with confident anticipation. On 13 December 2025, expect the extraordinary. Believe in the impossible. Anticipate the miraculous. Your expectation amplifies your authority and positions you to fully receive what has been prepared for you. Authority also requires alignment with God's will. It is not self-serving or manipulative. It is aligned with divine purpose and spiritual principles. When your authority is exercised in alignment with God, it cannot fail. Your declarations will release favor, provision, and breakthrough in perfect timing. The power of this day is designed to work for those who walk in obedience, those who recognize their God-given authority, and those who speak with faith-filled intention. You are called to act, to move, to declare, and to step into your destiny with boldness and confidence. Finally, exercising authority through declaration transforms you from a passive observer to an active participant in your destiny. On 13th December 2025, this transformation will be evident. The words you speak, the faith you release, and the authority you exercise will change the trajectory of your life. You are no longer waiting for change, you are creating it. You are not simply hoping for breakthrough, you are declaring it into existence. You are stepping into power, stepping into destiny, and stepping into the fullness of the life God has prepared for you. Authority is your inheritance. Declaration is your tool. When exercised together on a day of divine significance like 13 December 2025, they release unstoppable momentum. You must recognize it, embrace it, and walk boldly into it. Speak with courage, act with faith, expect the miraculous, and align yourself fully with God's purpose. This day is not ordinary. This day demands that you rise, that you declare, and that you step into your authority. So hear this clearly. 13 December 2025 is not a day to pass by unnoticed. It is a divine appointment, a moment set apart to shift your life, to unlock your destiny, and to release favor that has been waiting for your readiness. The heavens are aligned, the angels are dispatched, and the spiritual realm is moving in your favor. What you choose to do with this day will determine the trajectory of your life for months and years to come. Walk into it with expectation, speak boldly with authority, and align your heart, mind, and spirit with the purposes of God. Declare victory over your circumstances. Step confidently into your assignments and refuse to be limited by fear or doubt. This is your day to rise. This is your day to receive. This is your day to live beyond the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary. The power of God is at work and it will not be denied. Step forward with faith, embrace your authority, and speak your destiny into existence. 13 December 2025 will be remembered not as a normal day, but as the day your life began to change forever. Claim it, live it, walk in it. The shift is here and it is yours.